Candace Carter thoughts to go back with the classic take. A couple of weeks ago, I talked about communication and how it works, and basically in the beginning, people use a lot of body language. They gave information with their body, lots of things. They did their rituals, they did their dances in their body. So then you began, it probably happened around the same time, to develop words that meant something for each of the other ones and for themselves to express themselves with words. And they also express themselves with painting. Now, I think painting came first, but they may have all kind of, evolved similarly. But we have very old paintings in caves, of animals. So this was, we were learning to express ourselves, but not only to express ourselves, we were learning to go into a relationship with other people, with animals, whatever, with the world, with nature. So, okay, so we've got the painting going, we've got the words going that are going to lead us to language and lead us from language to writing and recording and documenting. So you see, the first documentation, I think, were the paintings on the wall in the caves, and then through speaking and finding out how to use different things in nature to write with, finding things in the ground that had color. You could also begin to write on parchment, but even earlier on pieces on leaves. It didn't matter. So we're moving up. And then, we're going to add composition. So we've got the three ways of relating that will stay. I mean, if all the digital stuff breaks down, we're still going to have books, we're still going to have composition on paper, and we're still going to have paintings. The three things, until in the first state, these three things are do not move, do not make a voice. They're just silent and not moving. And they're also not three-dimensional. Okay, so then we're going into this time how people communicate using the basics. These are the basics. Okay, where do you go from the basics? Where do you go from painting? Well, first you move over into photography. Now, and then you eventually move over into film. Now, when you move into film, you pull in composition, which has been there before and been used for concerts, but they had not been recorded. I mean, the compositions were always there, but if there was a concert, it was once and then it was gone. I'm talking about things that don't stay. So you move into photography, which stays to a certain extent, but not like paper. You move into photography, well, not like paintings. You move into photography, then you move into film, which can pull in composition, and what's the third one? Painting, words, composition. Well, of course, you pull in photography, which, yeah, because you can't, painting is just done. I mean, there's nothing much you can do with it except turn it into photography and film. Now, the first films were without words. The people just acted them out. They didn't have, they didn't have a dialogue with words. And then that moves into that. So we're beginning to combine all the different basics with one another to do different things. Dance is probably, I consider dance to be very old. It's body language. It's the first thing, too. So what's the difference? The difference, what's going on? It's like, I can keep a film for a while. I can keep things digital for a while. I can keep photography for a while. But if the whole system breaks down, I'm still going to have books, I'm still going to have paintings, and I'm still going to have composition. Why are they so solid? Well, I think it's because there's nothing between the person doing it end result is like your body and your painting, your body and your composition, your body and your writing. The minute you put a camera in between, yeah, the minute you put a publishing company in between, anything you put in between your body and what you're creating, there's a distance, there's a new type of relationship. So I want to keep on this theme, and hope you come back in a couple of weeks. Next week I will be reading again from my book, and just join in anytime. You're welcome. Tell your friends. You know, I have this huge following of 5 to 10 people, which doesn't matter. That's okay. For artists, we just do stuff, whether, you know, we have to. We're like, we just don't have a choice. We have to do it. We feel we have to do it. All right. I wish you good times, and take care until we relate again over some kind of, we're also not related directly. And I think you know the difference, mainly because in lockdown, this is the way we relate, and you know what you're missing. You're missing person to person. You're missing body to body. You're missing direct contact. So, take care until the next time. Bye-bye.